All right, howdy, fans. Welcome to the podcast, episode 3. This is a podcast where Eagle fans around the nation will get their athletic information.
Around the world, Brian.
Around the world. We will get that information out. We are in the process of still naming our podcast. I mean, temporarily it's called the Bald Eagle Podcast, which I'm hoping it's not sticking, but we're here in episode 3 and the pressure's on. And so we put out a call on the last podcast, and we've put some announcements out there that we're trying to name a permanent name for what we're doing here. And I just want to take some time and just, Coach, give you some of the submissions that have been made. There's some good ones to consider. And I'm just going to go down the list here and you know, we don't have to make a decision today, and we'll give people more time to submit their selections. But here they are. They've been submitted. I won't name names yet because I don't want to skew the vote or put anything out there that shouldn't be out there. But we've got Talon Talk. Yeah. In the Wings. Okay. Wingspan. Now, I starred that one because I kind of liked it. That was a good, solid submission.
Well, you're a basketball guy.
I know.
I think you like the wingspan thing.
It's kind of that old Michael Jordan poster when he's
wings.
Yes, wings, right? The flight deck.
Ooh.
Yeah. The sideline screech. But I feel like if we choose that one, we say the sideline screech and we add a screech in there.
That could be good.
The Regal Eagle. I don't know if we're proper enough.
But we are regal.
We are regal. Swoop Central. Okay, an ode to our mascot. This one, you're going to have a little Bible knowledge, but it's the 4031 podcast, kind of alluding to Isaiah. Yeah. Then we got Ballin' Eagles podcast, kind of a play on the Bald Eagles, the sports, Ballin' Eagles. And then one more was Eagle Mania.
People might get confused.
Yeah, that's true. And with that, I think that's a great opportunity to plug this year's Eagle Mania.
Eagle Mania, right. So, hence the confusion, possibly.
Right. So maybe that we keep Eagle Mania as Eagle Mania and not confuse people. But anyway, Eagle Mania this year is May 14th. Emails have gone out. The pre-sale is up. Pre-sale tickets are on sale until April 30th. Your early bird ticket to come to the event, if you're not hungry and you just want to come and enjoy community, is $5. Again, that's the early bird ticket for $5. If you come hungry, our dad's Eagle Club, tremendous barbecue skills going to be on display. You can buy a meal ticket. You pay $10, you get a hamburger meal. Had them last year. The hamburgers are outstanding. If you're not a hamburger guy, pay $7, you get a hot dog. It's probably more of a kid thing, but I like a hot dog once in a while.
Yeah, I'm not picky. I go everywhere hungry.
Yeah, right. If you want to get a T-shirt, $16. All the information's gone out via email. Kind of the highlights of that to bring our community together. It's always been a great event. The Eagle Club does a tremendous job of organizing that, bringing our entire community together on one night. It starts at 6 p.m. again on May 14th. That is a Thursday. Last year it was on a Friday, but this year it'll be on a Thursday. It's kind of standalone. The big ticket items, Coach. Were you able to experience this last year?
I was.
You were. That's right. That's about the time you came. But the Powder Puff game.
Intense.
Okay, talk about a little different format with the Powder Puff game. You've been working on it. So what do you have in store?
So, let me back up one second, Brian. And we're actually going to get the boys involved a little bit this year. So Powder Puff, yes, the highlight is going to be the girls playing football. But before that, we're going to have the boys play volleyball. So we'll have the senior boys versus the freshman boys. Then the junior boys are going to play the sophomores. And then the winner is going to play in a championship,
Love it.
which will be great. But people are there for football. So Powder Puff this year, format's a little different. We're going to have 4 teams, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Seniors will play freshman. Juniors will play sophomore. And then I imagine that next game is going to be pretty intense to see who the Powder Puff champion is. Rule-wise, it's going to be a 7-on-7 format.
Mm-hmm.
Games are going to be about 20 minutes long. And if you've ever been to a Powder Puff game before, the intensity level of these ladies on that night is
It's
an
through the roof.
intensity. Yeah. I've never seen intensity like that.
Several incidents of trash talking have occurred.
Oh yeah,
All appropriate, but fun. Well, that's great. I think that's awesome. Volleyball will be on the football field, so that's going to add a
Yes.
new element to it. A little outdoor. Wind's going to factor in. Boys, I'm sure, going to be the top of their skill level, ready to dominate the volleyball court. But yeah, get your tickets. Pre-sale ends on April 30th for $5. Great event for our community to come together. We're looking forward to that. And with that said, got a couple things that we're also doing on campus. We are looking for a new swoop. Okay, our
It's a big role.
swoop mascot has reached his graduation date. Emery Faulkner was incredible as swoop, and so him and I are on the search for the next swoop. And so we're going to go through an interview process, and then have maybe a big reveal. Maybe we'll be able to do it Eagle Mania, but we'll figure out a way to do the reveal. It'll be pretty cool.
Now, I think we might need to provide some clarity out there because, like me, up until, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I thought that Swoop was a real eagle. So I don't mean to disappoint anybody, but it actually is a human that's in an eagle costume.
It's a very lifelike costume.
Yeah.
Very lifelike. So, hey, if you're listening, students out there, make sure you come visit the athletic office in Building C and put your name in the hat. And Emery and I will be going through that process of interviews and making sure it's a tough job. It's a big. Emery set the bar high. He's several-time TAPS state mascot champion. So some big shoes to fill there. Also this week, big week this week, or actually next week. I know this is Friday. We've typically recorded on Wednesday, but this will be going into the weekend. Next week, we've got a lot going on. I know you're going to talk about track here, but before you get to that, baseball, our varsity baseball team, as you know, or probably know, hopefully know, they're district champions. And with that, they earned a first-round bye and the ability to host the area playoffs. And I'm excited about this because this doesn't always happen at the TAPS levels. And I say I'm excited because it's going to be a 3-game series.
Nice.
A lot of teams will just try to get it done in one game. But we're going to host Westbury Christian in a 3-game series. Obviously our dream is to just get it done in 2, but to be able to have that sort of series, I think it really adds an extra element to the game. But on Tuesday next week, at Bombers Field, I guess now it's called Travis Major Field. On the 28th at 5:30, we will host Westbury Christian in game 1 of 3 games. So we'll have 1 game on the 28th, and then again on the 30th, we'll have the first of possibly 2 games starting at 4 again at Bombers Field there in downtown Bryan at Midtown Park. And then, if necessary, a game at 6 to decide who goes on to the regionals. So come on out to Travis Major Field or Bomber Field and support the baseball team. And Coach, I know you have you got a lot of information to share with us, but you've been spending some time with the track team. Supporting your son and supporting the athletes, helping them along with the coaches, Coach Urban, Coach Cooper, and Coach Waxmuth and Coach Alvarado. You guys have been doing a lot of work. But regionals is coming up. Would you like to give us kind of a preview and kind of what you've been seeing?
I think we're overdue to talk about some of these track athletes and what they've accomplished. So briefly, if you don't mind, I'd like to kind of celebrate some of these kids and what they're doing. So just kind of going over our athletes that are advancing to regionals, starting with the long jump. Now, on the girls' side, Natalie Kubiak, she finished 4th, which she's going to advance. But the thing I want to point out about Natalie is she's a freshman. So we've got 3 more years of her, and it's going to be amazing to see what she accomplishes on the track. On the boys' side, for long jump, Hunter Black had a personal best of just a little bit over 19 feet. He's going to advance on to the regional meet. I think he can beat that mark as well. Looking at high jump, Brazos Christian dominated high jump. Landon Sands and Clark Palomo finished 1 and 2.
Nice.
Landon jumped 6'2", Clark 5'6", but they're both very capable. And Landon still has 2 more years. Clark has 1 more year. So it's going to be exciting to watch them going forward. Now, this next athlete is fantastic, and she's going to do a lot of great things at Brazos. But in the women's high jump, Annie Reed won it at a jump of 4'10". Annie is 6'2", 6'3", phenomenal basketball, volleyball player.
Yep.
But she's also pretty dominant when it comes to track, too. So as a sophomore, she won the district meet and will advance on to regionals, and it'll be fun watching her compete over the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Shot put. This one is really, really cool because Grant Bame set a school record with a throw of 50 feet, 2 inches. And what's great about that, Grant's been chasing 50 all year. He has a few technique things that he can clean up, but I think he's got 54 in the tank.
Nice.
Now, we have 3 shot putters that are advancing to regionals. Hunter Black had a throw of 44 feet, 5 inches, which he's not even gliding. He's just standing at the front and throwing it. So it'll be curious if he can get his glide down.
Brute strength.
He
throwing it out there.
Just stands up there, chunks it, and then we've got Darius, who broke the 40-foot mark, and he finished 4th with a throw of 40 feet, 10 inches. On the girls' side,
Hey, Coach, let me interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fun and all that, I think, for me as a fan and as an athletic director, was literally watching them reveal the results of the shot put. And when Darius found out he had qualified, the look on his face, I mean, of utter surprise was just hilarious. He was like, I'm going to regionals. I'm going to regionals. And so just to see that, I mean, it's great to witness that stuff. So I just wanted to point that out, Darius. That was fun to watch.
For sure. And it's also fun watching, I can say this because it's my son, watching him throw it out of the sector 2 consecutive times, one time hitting the concrete and potentially damaging it. I don't know if we have to pay for that or not, but that is kind of fun to mess with him about stuff like that. On the ladies' side, Kendall Fowler, she finished 4th with a throw of 30 feet and a half inch. Now, what's great about this, too, is that was a personal best, and she is a sophomore. So she's going to be a big-time thrower. 100 meters, Reed Jackson finished 3rd, so he's going to go on to regionals. He's on the football field, pretty fast guy. He's a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. So he's got another year, too.
Speed kills.
Speed kills. In the 400 meters, Clark Palomo dominated it. He ran 51.58. He's a junior, and I think Clark has potential to go sub 50. So that'll be exciting when he gets to that point. But he really is kind of a star for us. On the women's end, Hallie Jacobus, she finished 2nd in the 400 meters. And one thing I really enjoy about watching her run, it's pure grit.
Oh,
just
100%.
Absolute toughness. I think other kids might, at that 300-meter mark, be tempted to throw up or something. And she may be too, but she just grinds through it and just sheer toughness, finished 2nd place and earned a trip to regionals.
I mean, she was literally inches from being 1st place.
Yeah.
I posted up at the finish line, and You could literally see her legs and her glutes just seizing because she's just trying to finish. And the girl that was ahead of her was going through the same thing, and it literally looked they both entered like wet cement.
Right.
They just had to grit it out. It was
But
awesome.
was awesome to see. In the women's 800 meters, we have two ladies advancing, Macy Hanna and Kate Weaver, respectively finishing 2 and 4. Kate is a sophomore and Macy is a junior, so we've got more to look forward from them. So congratulations to you two ladies for making it to regionals. Women's 1600 meters. Now, it's hard for me, Brian, to talk about these distances because 1600 meters and running, it's just a bit unsettling. I don't know how you feel about it.
It's a no-go.
It's something that I won't do, and I would say I can't do it. So anyways, to Kate Weaver in the 1600 meters finishing second, kudos to you. Yes. I couldn't do it. Congratulations. Nope. I don't know about hurdles either. I don't know if I could jump over them.
I feel like I would just try to run through them because it doesn't matter if you hit the hurdles.
If I hit a hurdle, there's a chance that the hurdle could maybe fly off and hit someone I'm racing against as well. Yeah. I don't know if that would disqualify me.
No, I would actually picture you doing this because here's the vision I have in my head. And you remember the Kool-Aid commercials?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he would bust through the wall. I feel like that's what the hurdle would do as you were trying to, I don't think you would be trying to jump, but as you impacted the hurdle bar, it would just explode. And then maybe there's shrapnel danger there. But
I've always wondered how a pitcher of Kool-Aid busting through a wall makes people want to drink it. I guess it worked, though, because I drank some Kool-Aid as a kid.
I did, too.
So 110 hurdles. Colton Garner, he finished second, and Braden Hickerson finished third. Braden is an exciting athlete as well because he's just a freshman.
Yep.
Colton as well. He came on strong late as a tailback for us. Runs really hard. So anyways, he punched his ticket to regionals.
Awesome.
Now 300 hurdles. Colton again finished second at 46:48, which is a personal best for him. And I always like it when a kid sets a personal best at a big time meet. So this athlete is stepping up when the team needs him. And that's what Colton did. Davis Wall finished third, and he's only a freshman as well. So exciting times coming for these athletes, but they are both advancing to the regional meet. The women's 300 hurdles, you heard the name before, but Natalie Kubiak finished second place. And remember, folks, this is just a freshman, so I'm really excited to see what she's going to do. The 4x1 for the men, Brazos Christian dominated, and that's a team made up of Reed Jackson, Clark Palomo, Slayton Caffey, and Samuel Seabolt. They won by almost a full second at 44:67. They ran it really well, and hopefully they will compete hard at regionals and advance to state. The ladies did a great job too in the 4x2. The boys had a kind of miss handoff type of situation that hurt them, but the ladies did well. They finished second in the 4x2 with 154, and that's Kendall Fowler, Annie Reed, Catherine Green, and Macy Hanna. And I like looking at these sheets and seeing, like Kendall Fowler, for example, running the 4x2 and knowing that she's also a shot putter. Those are unique athletes. In the 4x4, Brazos Christian boys finished second, and that team is Clark Palomo, Cade Bird, who's just a sophomore, Landon Sands, who's just a sophomore, and Hunter Black. And actually, Hunter and Clark are juniors, so they both have another year to go. And, you know, just like Kendall, I'm looking at the 4x4, and, you know, Hunter's a defensive end having to run 400 meters. That's never comfortable, but
nor common, I don't think, is it? I mean, to have a shot putter that also can sprint.
I don't think so, yeah. I think he did the long jump, too.
Okay.
In the women's 4x4, the girls finished second, and that's Hallie Jacobus, Annie Reed, Kendall Fowler, Macy Hanna. They did a great job, and I think they'll represent well in the regional meet. Discus. Discus was pretty interesting. We have 2 kids advancing. Darius Brumskill through 124.9.
Nice.
And Hunter Black through 121.9. And what's interesting about what these 2 kids can do, Darius has on record, I think, a 136. I think he's capable of throwing 150. I'm not sure if Hunter even spun for this, but I've heard in practice that he's reaching out there at 135 to 140. So
Nice.
if both of those guys are at the top of their game, I think there's a chance that one of them can win state altogether.
It's awesome.
Triple jump. I don't think I could triple jump either. It just hurts my knees thinking about it. So if you're a triple jumper out there, once again, kudos to you, because I can't do that. Natalie Kubiak, she finished first at 31.10, and Annie Reed second, 31.9.25 inches. So they were really close.
Can't get much closer than that.
And they're close in age, too. That's a freshman and a sophomore, folks.
Yep.
And last but not least, the boys triple jump. Clark, which this is his thing. He finished first at 39.6.5, and then Braden Hickerson, 39.75 inches. And once again, Braden is a freshman. So I think that's cool, them finishing 1 and 2 in the triple jump, that they have each other to compete against all the time. That's only going to make them better.
Yeah.
But overall, ladies and gentlemen, I think you've got some terrific track athletes here at Brazos Christian. And if we had an audience, I would ask for a round of applause for all of them. We can add that sound in.
Producer Pouch, get on that.
And an eagle scoop.
I mean, that's incredible. No, the track team, pure dominance, just from my observations there. I got to watch the whole part of the triple jump. I was the guest sand raker.
You had the rake, yeah.
I had the rake. I got a blister still.
Did you get sunburned too?
I did a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. I kind of disappointed myself because I got a blister from raking. That's like the epitome of dishpan hands. It's so soft. So again, and they've got regionals coming up next week, correct?
Correct. I think we leave on Tuesday, and the meet is on Wednesday of next week.
Yeah. So those baseball boys that are track athletes, they got to play a game Tuesday, run track Wednesday, play baseball again on Thursday. So.
Yeah, and I don't think we need to underscore like all the work that they're doing. I mean, between baseball and track, that's a lot of stuff they're juggling right now.
And really, Coach, and what I'll say, that's a great segue into what I want to talk about next. Because you talk about, athletes, and you got the Annie Reeds and the Hunter Blacks and the Darius Brumskill, all the guys that play and girls that play multiple sports. That takes a lot. It takes a lot on your body. And with summer coming up, we got our strength and conditioning coming up. And so I wanted to spend some time just kind of interviewing you because if anybody on campus, you're probably the expert in this area, having, own fitness clubs and extensive background in training. And
I'm flattered, Brian.
So strength and conditioning, kind of what's your philosophy? Because, when I hear Reed Jackson, he's going to play baseball Tuesday, run track Wednesday, play baseball Thursday. How does a body prepare for that?
Well, just what you said, that word prepare. If you try to do all that stuff without preparation, that's where you're going to get hurt, injured. But if you're preparing for that type of workload, you're going to be successful and the body is going to be conditioned to do it. So when you ask about strength and conditioning, my overall philosophy, there's a Greek fable about this guy named Milo of Croton or something. And he had a calf, like a baby calf that he carried around every day, carried it every day.
Okay.
And as you know, well, maybe you didn't know, but calves grow into cows
And they're
or
heavy.
bulls. Yeah.
Even his
So
calves are heavy.
even his calves are heavy. So he's carrying around this calf all the time, and this calf continues to grow, and he continues to carry it. And lo and behold, one day this guy Milo is carrying around a full-grown cow. Now, what's the point of all that? Well, it's a concept called progressive overload. So when you think about lifting weights, just a little more, little more, little more, all of a sudden you're going to look up and you're going to be a whole lot stronger. So that's kind of my philosophy, but I want the athletes to be as strong as they possibly can, but I want them to be as fast as they can too. So we lift heavy, but we also implement that dynamic component of lifting. So I want my guys to be twitchy, have a lot of fast twitch muscle, the ability to move laterally, have good proprioception, body awareness in space. And I think at the end of the day, the way we train, I like to say it makes them bulletproof. By that, I mean just less injury prone. Yeah. I've only been here a short time, so I'm not sure the exact impact we've had yet, but I would be willing to bet going forward that we're going to have fewer injuries than before.
Yeah, no, I could see that. Obviously I've been here a little longer than you. When I got here in 2020, our weight room wasn't much bigger than this studio. And so we had to get really creative in how we conducted strength and conditioning. Didn't have a summer program. So we implemented a summer program, brought in a strength and conditioning coach to help kind of get the ball rolling, just because there wasn't a whole lot of that going on with our teams. One, mainly space, but two, kind of knowledge. And so I know enough to be dangerous, if you will. And so
dangerously handsome.
That's great. So anywho, as we develop this program, our athletes, now, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but when I got here, we were just little. Yeah. I mean, just little, like not weak, but just kind of, we were little. And so we could compete to a certain extent, but then when we kind of met those bigger, faster, stronger teams, we got exposed. And so as we've progressed through that process to where we are now, I feel like, with the new weight room and the equipment we have, the coaches that we have in place, where that's important for their teams to be prepared to be able to endure those back-to-back-to-back events. So whether it's baseball or basketball or whatever it is, the evidence is there, I think. And I think our kids, you can see their confidence growing as they go through this looks pretty heavy, but then when the look on their faces when they get that PR of, whether it's a deadlift or whatever. One of the things that I think we have really tried to hurdle, and I want to get your thoughts on this, and to me, it's a major misconception when it comes to female and strength and conditioning. The thing I think, and maybe you've felt this, is you've always got a battle with girls in general who are athletes, is their defense against maybe not lifting is they don't want to get too bulky. You know what I mean? Like,
so if there are any ladies out there that are avoiding weights because they're worried about getting bulky, I'll tell you this right now. Your body cannot hormonally support you getting bulky. So it's not going to happen. And we're not training here like bodybuilders just to add volume to the muscle. We're going to train your muscle to be more efficient. So when it comes to it's just going to make your muscle more efficient. So same muscle mass, but more cells are firing, more of that muscle is working. So it's naturally going to make it stronger.
Yeah.
And I think, Brian, another thing for the ladies too, female athletes are going to be generally more at risk for ACL injuries overall. And the best way that a female athlete can prevent an ACL injury is to develop stronger glute meds. Mm-hmm. Well, what's going to do that? Well, that's going to be a parallel squat. It's going to be reverse lunges, things like that. That's going to develop that and keep the lower body of a female athlete stronger, and they won't tear an ACL.
Yeah. I always, this is a very loose correlation. When I think of strength and conditioning and kind of preparing for games, in the importance of that, I always go to, and like I said, this is very loose correlation. I always go to, in my mind, I go to Ephesians 6, when you're talking about putting on the armor of God and that sort of thing,
Absolutely.
and how you prepare for warfare. Not relatable in terms of the spiritual side of things, but as you prepare, I think we're called to be the best version of ourselves we can. And I think a big component of that is that strength and conditioning. So
Absolutely.
Take that for what it's worth in terms of the Bible application, but that's the things I see, because we want our kids obviously to be warriors in their faith, but I mean, we want them to be warriors in the fields and courts.
Absolutely.
As well. And so I think it just emphasizes that importance of strength and conditioning. As we kind of roll into the summer, we're in postseason. I know you've been doing a ton of work with the football guys, and I know there's been some basketball guys going in there. And
we had over 40 this morning.
That's
Brian.
awesome. That's awesome. And I know it's trickling down into our junior high kids. Coach Triolo has been doing a great job of helping facilitate that through her coaching the track team, but just making sure those guys and girls are still, pushing heavy things around. So
Right.
it's great to see. Well, with that, Coach, I think this is our longest episode we've had of 3.
And it's on video, Brian.
And we're on video. One thing before we go, we had some special guests here today, Coach, and we recorded an audio version. We had a guest campus security director, and we also had a guest head of school, and they made some pretty substantial decisions today. And so
That they did.
we're going to throw that in here at the end of this podcast. But before we go, Coach, it's funny. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I know you do too. I've always wanted to say this, help our show grow. You got to share the show a little bit. I mean, get it out to your friends. Let them learn about Brazos Christian School athletics. Invite them to Eaglemania. I know there's been several families that it was their first experience with BCS, and that's what sold them on that. So May 14th.
May
Get your
14th.
Early bird tickets by April 30th for $5 to get yourself there. If you're hungry, get yourself a hamburger, a hot dog. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a great week of athletics. Hope you enjoy our interview with our guest head of school and our director of campus security.
Great ideas.
All right. Thank y'all. Well, Coach Black, I don't know if you know this, but today we have some pretty special guests on campus today. We have a couple of young men here. One is in charge of security today, and the other is acting as the head of school. So lots of decisions to be made today. How about you give us kind of your assessment of how campus is? Are we safe today?
Yes, it's very safe.
Okay. What sort of things have you observed that you're like, that's pretty good?
Well, I've observed how they put together a door.
Okay. Like, because doors are good to keep maybe some bad guys out or something.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, in your expert opinion, on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being the best, how safe is our campus?
Probably about 95.
95. I mean, that's fair. There's room
We
for
need to get him with Lance, and let's fix that 5%.
Yeah,
I think.
I think it's a great idea. So, so overall, pretty safe though. That's great. Okay. So now as head of school for a day, all right. I've kind of briefed you a little bit. Being the head of school, you got to make some major decisions, and you've been able to kind of spend the day walking in the shoes as head of school. Have you made any major decisions today?
No.
No major decisions. Okay. Well, would you like to have input on a major decision?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to ask you. And you and I talked briefly off mic here. So this has been staged a little bit, but it's fine. So athletic department is growing, right? And you both want to be future Eagles, right? You think it's important to be able to get to the game in a safe manner, in a maybe even a luxurious manner. So you, as head of school, I am asking today for you to consider a limousine bus for the athletic department. Coach, what do you think about that?
I think that's a very, very needed.
Okay. So head of school, I'm putting you on the spot. Will you put it on your agenda?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I feel good about the whole agenda now. So now that's out in front. Anything else you would want to add as the head of school? Nothing. Okay. Well, guys, I'm glad you were able to come. I feel safe. I feel heard. You know, as the head of school, I feel like we've been heard and our requests have been made. And so, thanks for joining us. You guys have any wise last words before you go on and keep campus safe and then make all the big decisions for us faculty and staff?
I think that instead of a stretch limousine bus, it should be, a stretch limousine bus and a Lamborghini bus.
Oh, I am on board. Head of school. I mean, that's a lot to think about.
I think we could make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, a Lamborghini stretch limo bus. Let's do it. All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll get a Lamborghini on campus soon, huh? Yeah. All right. Y'all have fun.